Hey y'all, Rick Sky here. Welcome back to another live show. Curious if this is if it's widescreen or if it's portrait. Just kind of curious. My internet connection may be a little bit sketchy right now because I'm out in the middle of, as you can see, I'm out in the middle of nowhere. But surprisingly, I have signal, so I figured I'd do a live broadcast. A few quick things. The coronavirus unfortunately has impacted my upcoming travel plans. I was en route to Curacao, which is a small island off of the coast of South America, but because of the coronavirus, that's going to be delayed a little bit. Let's see. I don't have my monopod with me. I do have my fancy camera. Got that. But let's see. Whoa, I heard something over there. There's something crawling in the leaves. So is this video tall in portrait mode, or is it wide in widescreen mode? I'm streaming this from my iPhone, so I don't have my monopod or anything with me. More or less just a test of the latest YouTube streaming app. So you got my camera here. Boom. Huh. Yeah, this is actually working. This is amazing. I'm in the Appalachian Mountains. Let's see if I can flip this and show y'all around here. Yeah, there we go. So we got trees. Type a comment. I see a lot of y'all tuning in. Type something. See if I can see your comments within this mobile app. Let's see. Yeah. Oh, hi. Tech for your needs. Welcome aboard, dude. Long time subscriber, man. I appreciate your viewership. I shouldn't just say viewership, loyal viewership. That's important. You've got some cool videos, man. Yeah, so we got trees, we got more trees. I've got cell service. Let's see if I can walk around here and keep this service going. Oh, no problem, man. Let's see, I gotta undo my I did my Apple Watch for the workout. I've got to resume because I stopped here to set up this live stream. Yeah. So we're walking down a trail out there in nature. So is this video, is it portrait mode, tall and narrow, or is it landscape, kind of wide? Because what I'm seeing, at least while I'm filming, I'm showing portrait, which is tall. So I'm kind of curious. Now I'm going down in elevation here. I was kind of towards the top of a small mountain. Now I'm going down. Nice trail conditions. Nothing challenging at all. So let's see here. Let's get out. Let's get in some water. Portrait mode, interesting. Yeah, YouTube, it's kind of, how do you feel about portrait mode? Do you think it's something that YouTube should have added to their videos, or do you think that widescreen is the only way to do it? I'm personally kind of against portrait mode, and it's interesting this live stream is in portrait. So let's see here. Check this out. Still got cell service. Go down here in the stream. Let's see. Yeah, wide mode is the way to go. I agree. Let's see here. Moss. There's some sort of animal tracks. Yeah, and I was looking for Bigfoot earlier. Haven't found them yet, but I did get some evidence. Look at this. How well is this showing up on the live stream? Before you start live streaming, you need to put okay wide. Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did. Actually, I normally lock that in, and when I was doing, I guess the cell service was kind of spotty, so I flipped it over to. I guess my assumption is that portrait mode may not require as much network strength as landscape, but yeah, this is water. This is real stuff. See, got sand down there. Look at that. So we got that. So let's walk up this way and see if we can get an even better spot here. Because I don't want to drop my camera in the water. That wouldn't be good. Let's see. Okay. Progressing along the trail at a nice pace. Probably about 3 miles per hour. Yeah, I got a lot of stuff coming to the channel. I'm going to do a live in the studio here soon. I'm going to test a new Rode microphone. It's a studio mic. So that ought to be kind of cool. Let's see what we got down here. Oh, we're going to cross a bridge. We're going to cross a bridge. Look at this. You got to be careful here. See that stuff's slippery. Got to be very careful. Don't want to drop the YouTube gear. See, you got a stream over there. Kind of flowing down into that creek. I got a tickle in my throat. I tell you, this coronavirus is creepy. Let's see what we got down here. Yeah, I did the front facing when a little bit ago. Let's see. Aha. Here we are. See, I'll do the front facing now. Let's see. See, so there I am. So I'm actually filming this, in case y'all were wondering. Let's see, there we go. Flip her back to the forward facing here. We've got some bamboo over here. Let's say hello to the bamboo. Bamboo. Boo-hoo. Look at that. Bamboo. You can make a fishing pole out of that. You can make a house out of bamboo if you want to. The app I'm using now, surprisingly, it's just the YouTube app, the YouTube branded iPhone app, and I'm on actually just an iPhone. Was it iPhone XR? And I've got pretty spotty cell service, but I guess it's holding because I'm at a decent elevation. I mean, I'm not high in the Appalachian Mountains, but I'm up there. Here's some more bamboo. Yeah, the battery life on this thing, I don't know about yours, but the XR is the best battery life that I've had with any of my iPhones so far. and that's the main reason I got it, is because I like to have good battery life. And I didn't want a phone that's too big and too heavy. But I will say, when I think it was a 7 that I had before this, a 7 Plus. And I think the display on it was sharper than the XR. But I mean, as far as the display is concerned, it's good enough. I mean, if I'm doing photo editing or video editing, I'm doing that on a laptop or a desktop with, 4K monitors. Here's some moss. Look at that. Moss on a rock. Yeah, I'm just trying to get less fat. That's why I'm out here hiking. Got my G Master. Let's see. Not bad so far, but typically I like to do 8 or 9 miles a day. And out here in Appalachia, today I've only done, shamefully, 2.2 miles. So I've got a lot more to do. Let's see here. Let's see if we can find Bigfoot. No, he's not hiding under the rock. Maybe he's up here somewhere. Let's do a Bigfoot call. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Survival weapons of choice. Actually, just my brain, man. Because it doesn't matter, what kind of gear you got if you don't have wilderness survival skills in your head, you're not going to survive. As far as weapons are concerned, I always take bear spray with me. And then when I'm in places where concealed weapons are allowed, I carry, I like to carry something like probably like a 10 millimeter. Just, in case things got sketchy. Always carry a fire starter. A lighter is great to have, but you've always got to assume that may fail. I carry a magnesium fire starter with me everywhere. Always carry some snack stuff, because you never know when you might get stranded. Weather unexpectedly pops up and you've got to stay nourished. Always take a ton of water. So you've got to have that. I mean, you can, out here, where water is abundant, you can purify it, but I prefer to pack in what I'm gonna drink. But I always have I take the purification tablets too, just in case I couldn't boil water, because you always want to boil, even if a stream appears to be clean. It's not the appearance of it, it's the dead animals that are in there, animals using the bathroom. If you don't properly boil your water, and out of best practice, what I do, I carry and I don't have it with me right now, but I carry a little hand purifier or hand pump. I can pump water out of a stream and purify it. It's supposedly safe enough to drink by doing that, but to be extra safe, I boil the purified water. And what that does, I get the sediment and all of that out of the water. And then once I boil it, it's got a good fresh water taste without all the dirt, sand, and other particles that would have been present if I just boiled it. And something you can do is get like a t-shirt or something and use that to strain your water, put it in a pot and boil it. And at least that way you're using your t-shirt as a way to get some of that sediment out. If you don't have a little hand pump water purifier. But you can see the mountaintops. It's pretty cool. See up there, you got the tops of the mountains. Appalachia's a cool place. There are a lot of black bears, but normally if you know how to handle a black bear, always carry a bear bell, have that making its noise. That helps a little bit. Worst case, you got bear spray. The tech for your knee says connection's holding up. Yeah, that's amazing. It's just the elevation. That's the only way I've got cell service out here. But yeah, no problem, man. I mean, survival tips, anything you want to know. I've been doing this for many years, and next thing I'm gonna do is go to Alaska and just get dropped off in a bush plane and just have to stay out there for a few weeks. I think that would be a cool YouTube video experience. We're gonna go up here and see what we got. Let's see. We'll have some more interesting scenery here momentarily. Getting closer. Oh, and super chats in this too. I don't know if y'all see the super chat option. Should be available on mobile. We are still holding signal here, which is amazing. Let's see. Okay, now I can see the comments again. Sorry, got some sun there. It's hard to see. Let's see what we got. So now, yep, hiking through the woods. And again, this is in portrait mode. If you're watching this, you're like, man, that looks awful. It's because I'm doing portrait instead of landscape. Rocky trail. Stability on this iPhone's not bad, considering I'm hand holding it and I'm walking across all this stuff. Let's see. What is the worst thing that happened in the woods? Well, got lost. This was back probably about 20 years ago, and we got off the trail, and there were 5 of us, and we got off the trail in this huge wilderness area, and it was a dumb move, and it started getting dark, and then it started sleeting, and we had to make camp. Problem is that we didn't, when we made camp, we didn't know where we were. So we knew that we had to get an early start and find our way out. Fortunately, I always record waypoints. So in that particular wilderness area, I had a waypoint set for a known campsite. So we went up the mountains in the valleys and made our way off of the trails, which is very sketchy in Appalachia. Made our way off of the trails back to a known campsite. And once we were there, then I remembered obviously how to get from that known campsite to the trail that led out. So, that had we not been able to get to that known campsite, then we could have been stuck with having to spend another night in the snow and sleet and not have as much, you know, reserved food and stuff. So that could have been a very bad outcome, but something I encourage everybody to do. And now, I mean, back then GPSs were less common, so I had a, you know, a standalone GPS. That was before smartphones. But if we hadn't had that, you know, regardless of how good one sense of direction is, you got to keep in mind when you're dealing with ravines and terrain that may not be passable, even if you're going in the correct direction, you could be almost to your destination, but have an an area that's not passable. So in essence, you have to turn back and then hope that you find a way around it. So that could have been a very bad situation, but we got lucky. And, you know, for that reason, obviously I always recommend staying on trails and, you know, obviously only camping in approved areas. Some wilderness areas, like the Smoky Mountains, they require you to reserve specific campsites. And some wilderness areas will let you camp pretty much anywhere. But even if that's the case, I always recommend camping near a trail. And then that way, if something unforeseen occurs, you can exit the area somewhat quickly, even at night if necessary. So, but yeah, that was the scariest thing. Obviously, sometimes you run into people that are suspicious, and for that reason, I'm never, when I'm on the trail, I'm never very, what's the word for it? Very descriptive about what my plans are. So I don't, in other words, I don't want to say, oh, I'm camping at such and such location, because if someone has ill intent, they can come get you or try to come and get you during the night. So I try to be as anonymous as possible when I encounter people before or during the trail. Yeah, it's good. You know, getting out in the wilderness is a good thing, good exercise. But again, don't do it in an ill-prepared fashion, because it can be extremely dangerous. One of the most recent things, and you can check out my videos, I did an overnight. It was about, maybe 8 or 10 miles out in the Smokies. Check out my most recent Smoky Mountains backpacking videos. Camped out, got down to 5 degrees. Obviously, there was no turning back. There was snow and ice falling all night. And, you know, once you were there, you were committed. Yeah, you're right. Tech for your needs, yeah, with the camera gear, because that's just another thing that would attract people to come and try to snatch it from your campsite. So, yeah, I mean, you know, often, you know, the mistake that a lot of people make, they assume that just because they're out, you know, backpacking or whatever, there's nobody else around. But honestly, people get off the trails, and there's often trails that are shortcuts to certain places. So if somebody knows an area, they're probably going to know where all or most all of the popular campsites are. And, you know, just don't make your plans easy for someone to, you know, to track back to you. That's the thing. The other thing, like in a lot of wilderness areas where you camp, they make you put a parking pass on your windshield. If they don't, I don't, because that just says, hey, you know, so-and-so's parked at trailhead and this is their campsite. So, you know, you just got to be smart about it. Let's see, we've gone 2.78 miles. Not while I was talking on the live show, but let's see what we got down here. Oh yeah. Back to the stream. Let's see. Tech for your needs. Have a go, man. Thanks as always for tuning in, dude. Appreciate it. Let's see. Now we're back on the main stream here. Got some stacked rocks. It's pretty cool. Yeah, I'm gonna try to get, like I said, I'm gonna try to get up to Alaska, but right now with the coronavirus, the last thing I wanna do is get in an airplane or any sort of congested area because it's just not safe. And if you're like me, the media are not to be trusted. And, I don't believe anything that I hear regarding the severity or lack of severity of the coronavirus. So the safest assumption is to assume that it's a lot more widespread than has been formally communicated. So, I don't know what y'all think about the coronavirus, but it's nothing it's nothing I would want to mess with. Yeah, we're out here in the middle of nowhere. Unless a deer comes by that has coronavirus, hopefully I'll be okay. So let's see, there we go. Just out here in the water. Maybe I get in the water. Let's see. It's cold. It's in the 40s. Not too cold, but too cold to go for a swim. And I know my camera equipment doesn't want to go for a swim, so got these stacked rock structures. Wonder what did that. Wonder how these appeared. Brent's Explorations, appreciate it, man. I'm here in Appalachia. Appalachian Mountains. Well, that's pretty cool. Appreciate everybody tuning in and the super chats. If you haven't done that, you should have the super chat option in this video. I think, even though it's mobile, I think super chats still work. Obviously, I'm live streaming this from an iPhone, so it's not my typical pro setup. Oh, speaking of Ozarks, man, there's a TV show called The Ozarks on Netflix, and I think the new season, I think it's season 3. I think it starts in a few weeks. That's a really good TV show. Yeah, I need to get some YouTube videos from the Ozarks. That's a good to-do list item. So I appreciate you saying that. Be a cool destination. Yeah, that's where we are, man. We're in Appalachia. Let's see, there you go. You got the stacked rocks. You got the stream. So tell me what y'all think within the video's comments down below. Again, this video was filmed in portrait mode, so it looks tall instead of wide. So I don't know how I feel about that. And thanks for watching, and y'all have a good day.